in mercenary bands, but again, Seer, one owl can just change the entire outcome of a game. Has that ever happened to you, Grizzly? You feel like you're doing good, and then that owl comes out of nowhere?
That owl, dude. I don't want to talk about that all. No, I don't want to talk about that. Like,
I thought you were gonna say no.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, come on, let's make a little question, and he's like, no, never. No, I'm not talking about that.
Nope, you're good. So this is Kiwi Love using Dreamwitch. This is called the group layout 4, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to have somebody who spawns over to the ruins in the left, but somebody that spawns in the middle over here. And that's why she's going to go towards the middle in this direction. Somebody's at Shack, and somebody is also at Big Ship, most likely decoding.
Alright, Gravekeeper taking the first hit while being underground. Good job from Kiwi Love, just, you know, relocating, trying to put some more pressure on other survivors on the map. Already having the first leech on the Gravekeeper. That is a really, really good job, just letting the leech go after the Gravekeeper. You can see we have... Oh, not even thinking about going for the Mercenary right here. Good job. Mercenary can just take so much time off of the Hunter's hands, so she's relocating right here, trying to find someone else.
She is relocating, but Mechanic is probably doing quite a bit of damage right now. No one's been injured yet, so she's doing a good job at prioritizing. But remember, that's why Mechanic is used.
That's true. And now you can see we have 2 leeches on the Mechanic right now. Actually, that's quite important to actually go for the Mechanic early game, especially since she can do so much of a decoding change on the entire team. Most dangerous survivor when it comes to decoding.
And they have a slow decoding team. This is more typical too in the more of the professional leagues. People who will play Mercenary, Gravekeeper, Forward, and the idea is that if they can pick really good kiting characters, then they're not going to die as fast. And so that's the strategy with this layout, and it's actually the most popular strategy in competitive gameplay. So what you're seeing now is something that may not be too atypical among the top players and the top teams towards the quarterfinals and semifinals and finals.
You can see Forward is coming in for a rescue. I have to be honest, my brain is a little bit hurting already from seeing these switches between the leech and the other leeches and main body.
You know, honestly, Grizzly, if you put the time into it, you can learn Dreamwitch. It seems like a daunting task because there's so much multitasking going on. But it's when I started learning her, I felt the same way. But once you get really good using the patroller, if you have good enough ping for that, and using Blink in the case of Kiwi Love, she gets a lot easier to use, and I mean that.
Fantastic job from the Dreamwitch right here, just, you know, using her leeches to get to the Forward. But Survivor team is doing a fantastic job as well. We can see they were able to get away from the Hunter with the Mechanic. You can see they are doing a lot of decoding right now. Forward wasn't it. Now relocating to Mercenary getting out of there. You have to say, look at this, one Cypher machine. One Cypher machine remaining. Mechanic is down. And she's now trying to send her leech.
The thing is that with Dreamwitch, she can be very difficult late game. It's not atypical to sometimes have a Dreamwitch be down to 2 ciphers, and then by the time that happens, they're, you know, slaughtering the rest of the team with all of the leeches on the board. So this is far from over, and we're gonna see how she uses this. And this is why she's so scary on a small map like Arms Factory.
Very right, very right. You can see the Mercenary is on the ship right there trying to go for the rescue. You can also see that Kiwi Love is seeing the 2 survivors that are trying to prime the Cypher machine as fast as they can. Rescue is about to happen. Mechanic. Oh! Good job from the Mercenary. Oh, very nice. Taking the hit. My question is how far is... I would love to see the progress on the Cypher machine.
I'm telling you, every time we say that, they tell us. Beautiful Blink. Oh, did that end up hitting? No.
No, it actually hit no one. Good job from the survivors. The Mechanic is down.
From all of them.
Mechanic will be dead on chair. just to keep that in mind, we can see Mercenary trying to give...
Oh, they popped it.
That
They
was
had
actually
just enough time.
extremely good. That was such a good job from the Mercenary.
Yeah, Mercenary did a good job making sure that he goes in, heals, and absorbs the hit in order to give them enough time. I know what Kiwi Love was trying to do there. I know what some people are going to say. Why didn't she pick up the mechanic right away? But the problem is that if you pick up the mechanic and you don't have enough time to leech to people on the cipher, it's going to get popped. So it's a decision you make, and sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. So.
Exactly, and she was basically forced to hit the Mercenary, because as Mercenary would heal, but with the Mercenary hit, the leech disappeared.
Gonna use that teleport. She really needs to make sure that she has the ability to at least eliminate one of the individuals. I mean, you don't want to have to put that pressure on the other team or your survivors that have to go in there and try to secure a 4-person victory, especially if they're going to be going against Roland or the other hunter from LBN. I mean, LBM, they're both tier 6. It's difficult.
It is, and we can see that the exit gate right here is open. That's really good job from the survivors. A little bit difficult for Kivilov to... Kivilov knows to bring... They need to bring down at least one survivor to make this at least a 3-point game instead of a 5-point game. Gonna be difficult, gonna be very close, but it's happening right here.
Do they have the ability to it? And
Go ahead.
No, I had nothing to say. Just wow, that's awesome.
Okay.
Their ability to really just get one person, really saving those 2 extra points is just so important.
That's true. That's true. Just getting one person out of the game. That's a great job, especially during tournaments like this. Fantastic job on the survivor side. Have to say it, LBM was doing fantastic.
I know you did. You're like fact-checking my nose. They were very eager to come on stream, and I applaud them for that, because they know LBM is an amazing team. They know that these players have been around forever. And no, looked at that and said, we accept the challenge and we want to go on live feed. And I appreciate them stepping up to the challenge. And real quickly, if we talk about the group number that we're seeing here, to be honest with you, I don't even think I remember. I think this might be group 7. Yeah, this is group 7. 2 people will be in front of her, 1 at Shack and 1 in between Shack and Crab Shack.
Going for the Gravekeeper right away. Good hit.
Roland did a good job there not using the mirror right away. Was able to find the survivor, hit them, and then use the mirror afterwards. So that should be recognized, that Roland understands I'm not going to use my mirror too soon. And did a good job at that and being able to get that first hit. So we should expect another dig here to buy as much time as possible.
Good job from Proud Sensei, just throwing down that pellet, trying to make the kite longer whenever he uses his ability. But Roland destroying the pellet, forcing him to get out of there. That's gonna be a little bit of a tough situation right here. Might be a hit for Roland. Fantastic job utilizing the tree mid to bring down the Gravekeeper quite early in the game. It's always crucial to bring down the first survivor early in the games. Fantastic job. Going for the Gravekeeper as well. We already said it, Gravekeeper can be really difficult to hunt down early game, but if we look at the survivor picks in general, it is Forward, Mercenary, Perfumer, Gravekeeper. All of these survivors are, you know, not what you want to find early game, so therefore Roland making the right decision, going for the first one he saw. Now Mercenary is coming in for a rescue, taking the hit, rescuing in time before the halfway mark went through.
Beautiful blink.
Taking a hit with the blink. That was a good one. Just, you know, getting the Mercenary out of there. Mercenary needs a really long time to get up, so that is putting the survivors in a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to decoding. And now going for the Gravekeeper as well.
Yeah, and in the beginning of the game, the big thing as a Gravekeeper is that it's important for you to try to at least be in the best position that you can. But with a spawn like that, with a Blood Queen, you have 2 people who spawn somewhat in front of you. And if, as a Gravekeeper, if you can't set up your environment including putting pallets down, etc., it can be very difficult. And so that's why Blood Queen decided to really tunnel the Gravekeeper in a good way, in the manner of being able to take him down. But that's the reason also why Blood Queen is banned so much. And so this team comp, if you go down from good hunter gameplay, then you really got to worry about that decoding later, because you really got to learn how to catch up. And that's going to be difficult for this team since 4 ciphers are still remaining. But if anyone could do it, it's no, 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 no.
Totally agree. Roland doing a fantastic job though, hitting the Mercenary again. Mercenary was healed by the forward. Can see that there was no chance to get the Gravekeeper off the chair. That means 1 survivor is already out of the game. We have 3 cipher machines remaining. This is putting a lot of pressure on the survivor side, because they need to get 3 survivors out of there to tie the first round, and they know it. Can see Ford is coming in for a rescue, but that also means that we only have 1 survivor on the cipher machines right now. 1 survivor decoding, and again they still need 3 cipher machines. Okay, little dash right there, trying to avoid the terror shock, taking the hit right here. Probably going for the Mercenary first, and actually after Mercenary is down, might transition to the Ford if she's giving the Mercenary a hit in time. Ford actually relocating.
Mercenary is really trying to put as much distance as he can to really waste time with that transitional kiting and using the elbow pads appropriately. He's maximizing the fact that she used that mirror before the rescue, and so that's what Mercenary was trying to do, is buy as much time. But honestly, Bloody Queen is in a really good position here. They're only at 3 ciphers. I'm sure they're doing 2 of them right now. But this is going to be a little difficult, because what's happening right now, Grizzly, is this individual transition towards the middle, and that's going to be difficult for these survivors now to finish these ciphers.
You can also see Mercenaries on the ground. 1 cipher machine remaining. As far as I know, the Mercenary can still get up if he heals himself, but Ford being down, that is quite a difficult situation for the survivors. Roland doing a fantastic job, trying to make out the last survivor, trying to make out Lamborghini the Perfumer, but bring the Mercenary to the chair first. That means that either the Perfumer or the Forward, if he's able to get up in time, needs to rescue the Mercenary. Again, if 2 survivors are out of the game, that means that LBM is winning the first round.
Right,
So
and they know that.
Yep,
they will. Expect Lambrusco, I think that's how you say it. I like that name, by the way. Expect... there is the rescue right there as well. But again, they're at that 1 cipher, so they need to pull something off here. They're doing a good job trying to do the best that they can to rotate and transition with rescues with one another. But it is... The good thing here is that the Forward is in this corner here. I don't know where the other 2 ciphers are on the other side of the map. So they gotta figure something out in regards to who's gonna go in. They're gonna heal somebody, most likely the Mercenary, because he can absorb hits, and have them go in for the rescue. But you got to be careful. If you get chaired, I think Mercenary dies on chair, correct?
No, I don't think so. I think he still has... Or... No, he's dead on chair. You're right. He was sitting on the chair quite some time. You can see that Roland is... Yeah. Going full Lambrusco right there. Using the perfume, but not going back. That also gives the Mercenary enough time to rescue the Forward.
Oof, good.
Didn't see that she was having a teleportation again. She wants to bring out, Roland wants to bring out 1 more survivor out of this game, and right now it's kind of protecting the Ford. And that's exactly what is happening right here. Ford is out of the game. This pretty much decides round number 1 for LBN. But they still want, still wants to put up a good fight right here. You can see Perfumer is decoding as well as the Mercenary. I wish we could see the decoding progress on these cipher machines.
Every time. Every time we say that, it pops up. I've been keeping track, like I've been counting on my fingers every time I say no.
Clockfire is in actually quite a good position right there, right next to the dungeon as well. It seems like Roland knows where the perfumer is, thanks to the wiggling cipher machine over here. Now going to put pressure on both cipher machines, because again, Roland knows where the perfumer is, knows where the mercenary is, and that's just a tough situation for the survivors right here. Playing against such a high-skilled Bloody Queen. There we go. Perfumer is down. We have the mercenary over there opening up an item box. Did I see that right? Yeah.
Don't be too surprised though. These survivors, they go against tier 6s all the time, and this is just really showing how great Roland is doing, utilizing this Blood Queen. And the match really went in Roland's favor within that first 15 seconds, being able to catch that Gravekeeper where Roland did, and that just attests to Roland's ability to transition immediately, understanding spawn points, and that was probably the best case scenario for Roland, as well as, I mean, going after a perfumer, that's also ideal in this team comp, believe it or not. I know most people are like, no way, you'd never want to go after a perfumer, but in a team comp like this, if you're not a Blood Queen, usually you're forced to.
Yeah, pretty much. And we saw that Bloody Queen just picked up the perfumer right before she healed herself. She is sitting on the rocket chair for the first time, so maybe the mercenary can go in for a rescue. But that's just a tough spot right there, because oh no, he might actually catch up. He might actually be able to rescue the perfumer. But again, you already said it. I think mercenary is dead on chair.
I don't think he's gonna get. Oh, he might. Wow.
He is.
No, so close. So close.
Actually,
there was no elbow pads left, so they tried the best that they could though. That's excellent that they didn't give up. Look at Clockfire not giving up. Good for Clockfire. It's still struggling, being like, nope.
Fantastic job from the survivors. I mean, they are down to one cipher machine. Just facing Roland right here, such a top tier hunter, LBM's hunter player, Bloody Queen. It's difficult. It's difficult. Fantastic job. I'm clicking on continue. Sorry. I was just using my. I was seeing that screen. I was like, come on, continue. And I was like, oh, no, I can't.
I think I could hear the clicks, and I was like, what's happening?
It was predicted that Mad Ice is getting banned, and they wouldn't send in PC if he was only good with Mad Ice. So I think he definitely has something up his sleeve. We can see it is the Soul Weaver right here. I'm honestly excited to see the Soul Weaver, because she, in my eyes, was always one of the most dangerous hunters. She still is to this date, and we're gonna jump into the match.
All right, so this is within the church itself. You have somebody at Shack, somebody at what we call Wed and Broken. PC's not gonna go towards either one of them, and is gonna rotate over here, see if somebody is what we call back gate, and if they're over here, stick with them. If not, rotate towards Shack, and we can see somebody is here. And so this is who PC is going to continue to go after. But very important here, Spider was able to see that was a mercenary. So what Spider's going to do is rotate, and we're going to see how Spider can utilize their webs in this area. This is traditionally a strong area of what we call graveyard.
Exactly, because of her ability to put down these webs to get this speed going. Found the forward, but that's obviously not the perfect find, especially since we have the mechanic in the game. So we have PC still transitioning to find another survivor. Is now pretty much going into the right direction, trying to find the mechanic, trying to check out the cipher machines right here, realizing that there's probably no one near. Oh no, there is the doll, going to bring down the doll, which is actually really good, because the doll obviously helps decoding for the survivors. Liz Flower still rotating right here, trying to get away, because PC got a ping after he hit the doll. And we can see doing a fantastic job predicting the rotation, but still is a need to find these survivors. We can see there are still 5 cipher machines up and running, but everyone is decoding right here. There was not a single hit so far. PC just really running around trying to. Oh, there we go. Liz Flower was trying to hide behind. The shack, and now is going to be the preferred survivor to be being chased. Dude,
And so we can expect this hit right here on Mechanic. Remember that this is, you know, it's unfortunate for PC because PC understood the rotations and the spawns, but that's the purpose of using this team comp. Wow, beautiful blink right there. Excellent job to get Liz Flower down. And again, we talked about this team comp, Grizzly, where when you play these characters like Gravekeeper, Mercenary, and Forward, you're really hoping that the Spider or Hunter doesn't rotate on the Mechanic right away. And so that's what the whole purpose of this opportunity with these characters is. Make sure you run into the Mercenary, Gravekeeper by a little bit of luck. Beautiful stun. That was a really good stun right there. And really rotate so your other people can keep decoding. And here we go with the rescue.
I really like that stun, and you
job.
can see that, yeah, Ford is just trying to buy more time for this Flower to get out of there. Fantastic job. We are down to 2 Cypher machines, which means that we have the Gravekeeper and the Mercenary decoding. Mercenary, both are at around 40% with their Cypher machines. And what we can expect is that PC is trying to bring down the Mechanic again and trying to focus on the Mechanic. Definitely wants to get that hit right here. Terror Shock over the pallet. Fantastic job getting the speed from the webs. And now bringing this Flower on the rocket chair yet again. We can see that the Ford is... No, it's actually the Mercenary who is going to transition in for the rescue. While
Liz Flower did a very good job rotating away from all of the Cypher machines. That's something that I want the viewers to pay close attention to. It's not just about your kiting ability, but this is what separates LBM, and you know, they'd probably be on par with the pros even in China League, in my opinion, because they understand rotations and they understand kiting routes that are away from the Cyphers.
Ooh, what a rescue. Fantastic job. Coming in with Tide Turner, giving an additional 20 seconds right here, which could be the 20 seconds that they need to bring down the last Cypher machine, or to at least getting it ready to pop.
Yeah, she's gonna wait for it. Yep. She will.
Yep.
Here's what's happening. Spider's being careful, and Spider's gonna wait for that web shot because he knows. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Gets that hit. Again, I missed the Cypher pop. I don't get no sound with the Cypher. Do you get the Cypher pop sound?
No, I was, dude. I thought it was before the Cypher pop. I was waiting for the Mechanic to get up.
No, I can't even blame coffee anymore because I got a lot of coffee in me. You hear that East Coast accent, coffee?
So what we saw right there was the Mechanic getting down after the Cypher pop. Mechanic was dead on chair, and this is allowing PC to actually, you know, catching up, and eventually, hopefully for PC to get at least one more survivor out of there, making this tie. But of course, LBM is trying to get 3 survivors out of there.
He's gonna web shot this. He has to web shot, and no, he cannot afford to. If he pops up, he might be able to hit them away. This is gonna be difficult. This is gonna come down to timing. What?
Oh.
Nope, no, he's purposely doing that to get him to use his skill. Is he gonna be able to? This is about a whole bunch of patience. Yeah. Is he gonna be able? Here we go. Get ready for it, Grizzly.
Oh, nice.
No. Oh, beautiful job from Gravekeeper. There we go. Now you're getting my energy out of me.
That was definitely a fantastic mind game from both sides right here. Fantastic web shot, but actually getting through with jumping through 26. I always love to see top guard 26 players utilizing that Hunter, and I love to learn something from them. We always can learn something from the top Hunter players, and honestly, lately I'm playing a lot of guard 26. But let's talk about the group layout real quick.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of guard 26 and I lost like 30% to my win rate. So anyway, Bonbon is now going to be spawned in what we call group 6. This over here is called either Wed and Broken or Wed and Ruins, but some people call it Top Ruins, which I still think is the wrong call out. But either way, there's actually 2 people who are usually around this area, so that's why he's going to go this way. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, that when Bonbon uses their bombs, if he does hit, they pop out of that pocket watch. But Bonbon knows I'm not going to waste my time on first officer. I've already made him use 1 pocket watch. He's only got 1 left, and so I'm going to move on. And that was an excellent choice from Roland.
Going for the perfumer right here. We can see the double tap bomb. 1-2 tap bomb. And there we go, making her teleport back and still hitting her with another bomb as well. Perfect bomb placement on the perfume. And there comes the remote bomb, bringing down the perfumer so fast, making her use one of her perfumes. Fantastic job from Roland right here.
Yeah, and he's putting those bombs down just in case if the forward was near him, but that's why he put the bombs down just in case. When he picks up, if forward goes in for a yep. And this is why he did that, by the way. He doesn't want to allow the bonbon to set up the bombs. So it's not atypical for forwards to do exactly what's being done here. Go for the instant rescue, because if you allow a bonbon to set up all those bombs, it's very difficult. That's just the honest truth.
Fantastic job from Roland right there. We had before trying to buy the perfumer more time right here, taking a little bit of a bomb hit, but dodging the actual hit. Now we can see that's going to be very difficult. That's going to be very difficult.
And that's going to be difficult for the forward as well. That's in the wide open.
Oh, nice hit, nice blink.
Showing the destructive side of Bonbon. Again, this is why, in my opinion, Bonbon is S tier, especially on certain maps. But again, when we start talking about those generic character tier lists, people forget that some hunters are S tier on some maps and not on others. But I mean, Bonbon is just so dangerous. We actually saw in the professional league over in China, the #1 hunter using Bonbon and beating the former #1 team. So I mean, it's a very, very dangerous hunter.
We can see that the forward was actually rotating out of this area, just, you know, taking another bomb hit, bring him down. That's a really, really dangerous rescue, therefore going to get a little bit of a healing right there. We can see that both of them are actually transitioning away from Lambrusco right here and just trying to get the kite going, trying to give the team enough time to code another Cypher machine. We can see Clockfire on the Cypher machine on the other side of the map. Forward is going in front of the church to decode the Cypher machine, and now it's basically on the Prospector to get a really, really good kite going. Oh, taking the bombs right there. Fantastic job from Roland. Trying to hit another bomb and making it difficult for the Prospector to get out of there.
That's good bomb placement. He just completely took him off his route, but that was a very good magnet right there. So we're gonna see if he was anticipating a bomb right there too. That bomb placement was really, really good. I mean, Roland, you can tell he's been practicing this bomb.
He only needs to get one more hit with the bomb going, and he knows that he's trying to connect two bombs. Right here we can see it throwing on the first one, waiting for it, and there!
Oh, wow.
What a nice throw of the second bomb, bring down the Prospector right here before the two Cypher machines were primed. You can see that Clockfire is going in for a rescue. We have the forward just decoding right there at 67%. Oh, nice.
There you go. Are you lagging?
And no.
No, I didn't see anything that just happened.
Okay. Prospector was rescued.
He got rescued.
He got rescued. He has Titan. He sadly took a hit, or sadly for the Prospector, but in favor of Roland, took the hit with the bomb and is now going down. Will be sent on a rocket chair again. We can see there's one Cypher machine remaining. We need to keep in mind, LBM already got 3 points in the previous match. This is round 2. That means no. Need to match this game right here, this fight against Bonbon with another 3 survivor escape as well. So it is necessary for them to actually rescue the Prospector right now.
Beautiful move. And one of the things I wanted to say is that it's very difficult to rescue when both of the teammates have 25% damage done, because if you hit them with one bomb, it's just a regular attack after there. And good job from Roland. I believe this now means that they are going to proceed to the next round, if I recall, because they needed 3 survivors to escape, right?
Very right. That's what I just meant. They needed to get 3 survivors out of there. They are now getting a tie, which means LBM will proceed to the next bracket. Still putting up a good fight. We have Clockfire right there trying to... Oh, very nice. Trying to get out of sight of Roland. It's now sneaking in.
Yeah, one of the things that people really need to remember too is that you know, LBM is just such a dangerous team. They've been playing for a very long time, and you know, if I were to make a prediction, I would not be surprised if in the semifinals you're going to see LBM versus Riot. Now, both teams will have competition before that, of course. You know, you have other teams out there right now, Grizzly, like Vortex, and some other. You have Complex. You have a bunch of other teams out there that may get in that way. But again, if I see these teams, if I see LBM and Riot in the semifinals, I will not be surprised, and that's going to be a very, very cutthroat match if both end up facing each other, which would be next weekend.
I can only agree on that. We just saw Riot in the previous matches. We saw LBM